Hey friends, today I count down my absolute favorite overnight float trips in the Ozarks. If you enjoy gravel bar camping and open fire cooking, you are going to love this. I'll give exact access points so that you can plan your next overnight float trip with the exact kind of float that you're looking for. Whether it's beautiful bluffs or waterfalls or seeing nature like you've never seen it before. If you've ever dreamed of float tripping in the Ozarks, this video's for you. Buffalo River, Ponca to Pruitt.
That's what we came for.
Okay, I'm going to kick things off at the first nationally protected river in America, the Buffalo National River. And we're going to do probably the most famous float, Ponca to Pruitt. You're going to start off going to Ponca, Arkansas, finding the Ponca access point. This upper part of the river is my absolute favorite. It's so beautiful and provides access to the 205-foot waterfall at Hemden Hollow.
Hey, oh, yeah.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Uh-huh.
Lost my dignity.
Hiking up to experience this waterfall firsthand was the highlight of this trip. If you'd like to see an exact map how to get to this 205-foot waterfall, the tallest waterfall between the Smoky Mountains and the Rocky Mountains, check out this video where I include a detailed map exactly how to get here. Ponca to Pruitt is 23.8 miles. It takes at least 2 days. And for self-shuttling, the car drive between the access points is about 40 minutes. It says 33 minutes, but it takes a little longer. And you are able to leave a pickup car at Pruitt overnight. The Buffalo River is the perfect place for gravel bar camping. There are over 20 access points on the Buffalo River, and your starting and finish spots should always be determined by water level. More on the Buffalo River in a minute. Let's move on to number 2. The Kings River, Marshall Ford to Rockhouse. The Kings River outside Alton, Arkansas truly is one of the Ozarks' finest hidden gems. We just Googled what is the most scenic trip on the Kings River, and Marshall Ford to the Rockhouse is what came up. And what an adventure it was. Even the snakes and thunderstorms didn't deter me from suggesting this amazing overnight float. We shuttled ourselves for this adventure, dropping off a car at Rockhouse. Rockhouse was not easy to find. I wish we would have known this.
If you're looking for the Rockhouse, the easiest way to remember that is simply look for Trigger Gap Outfitter Canoe Rental and try to get close to there. And then instead of turning into their place, just go straight and you'll end up right at the Rockhouse. Okay, so once you drive all the way down past Trigger Gap to 1060, you'll see a white church on the left, and there'll be 1060. You'll turn left there. That takes you down to the Rockhouse access. You can float from Rockhouse to Trigger Gap, and that's a full day float as well.
It took us so long to find the Rockhouse and drop off our pickup car that we didn't get back to Marshall Ford and on the water until 5.
This is the latest we've ever started an overnight float trip. Got Michelle over there in the 12-foot ascend, and I am in the Canoe. Okay, friends, we're just getting out on the water. We have got 16 miles to go. We're going all the way to Rockhouse access, which was a booger to find. Okay, friends, we figured it out. If you want to do your own float with nobody bothering you on Memorial Day weekend, just wait till about 5 o'clock to start. You're all alone. Boom, baby. We really really need to find a place pretty quick. Okay, it is about 6:30 and we have found a gravel bar. We're gonna make this our home for the night.
Oh, gosh.
All right, what do you think so far?
It's amazing. So relaxing, so peaceful. It's beautiful. I think we're getting close.
Our dinner was simply amazing. Little did we know that we were in for a torrential downpour.
All right, let's go see the damage. Okay, there is our bivvy. In the middle of the night, I had to hop out and cover it with this giant tarp because it was leaking water so bad. All packed up, ready for day 2 here on the Kings River. Should be exciting. We probably got about 14 miles to go because we barely got anywhere. We got soaked last night. Absolutely torrential downpour last night. We're excited about today. It looks like it's going to be beautiful.
And it was absolutely spectacular. If you're interested in floating the Kings River, be sure and watch the whole video of the Kings River. But since this is an overview, let me tell you how to get to the Marshall Ford access so you can float this river yourself.
Access. Start off by going to Alabama, Arkansas. Okay, so we just entered Alabama right here, and we just right when you come in, you see this stop sign on the right here. You're just going to turn right here, and that's it. That's as easy.
Turn
as
right onto Madison 1435.
Madison 1435.
In a quarter mile, slide left to stay on Madison 1435.
You just stay right here. Okay, so don't follow your GPS if you're doing it. Just follow this road all the way to the end, and eventually it won't be paved. And when it gets to a gravel road, that's when you're at the river, pretty much.
There's no doubt you are simply going to love the Kings River. But it's time to check out another Ozark float trip that you don't want to miss. This time we head to Missouri. The 11-Point River, Greer to Riverton East. Because Alton, Missouri is so far from our house, we didn't want to take 2 cars, so we found Huffstedlers to help us shuttle our canoe.
For this adventure, we traveled to just outside of Alton, Missouri, to Riverton, home of Huffstedler Campground and Canoe. We stayed Friday night so we could get an early start Saturday. Is this the best?
It's the best.
All right, Saturday morning, made it through the night. Got a little bit of rain last night, not too bad. Here we are at Greer. We're just getting in the water. It's 9:45, ready to rock. We've got an overnight float trip, 19 total miles. This should be fun. Now paddle hard. We're good. We're good. We are good.
There are natural springs all along the 11-Point. After we put in at Greer Springs, our first stop is to float down to Turner Springs. This was spectacular.
Might swallow some water. Okay, well, we did get in the water because, not due to our own choice, but due to the fact that we capsized. on all of our stuff. Sopping wet. So here is all our stuff.
If you're considering paddling the 11 point, be sure and check out this whole video where I document the process. Eventually, we did make it to camp, where we found a cool surprise waiting for us.
We're going to try to dry everything out. We're going to set up our camp right here. We got a beautiful campsite. Saw that great spring earlier today, but what's a cool coincidence is right here at our campsite, look at this. It's actually a spring. You can see it coming in right down there under that rock. We have decided to name Red Spring. You can see the water tension, and then it runs right downhill. We're feeling the effects of having lost our chair. We've got this chair, and there's my seat. So whose idea was the Red Spring?
Mine.
We had a wonderful time on the 11 Point River. We got up the next morning and headed towards Bowes Spring, which is a must-see. And then we finished at the Riverton landing.
Here we are at the landing. Right here at the bridge, great marker. Super easy, it's on the left-hand side. Oh, we lost a tripod, we lost one camping chair, but Michelle scored these amazing glasses.
Next is my #1 pick for animals. Meramec River, Highway 8 to Indian Springs.
For this adventure, we decided on a 15-mile overnight float trip down the Meramec River. Some early pioneers called this river the River of Death. But to the contrary, I found the river to be teeming with life. We made our way to just outside St. James, Missouri, to a place called Adventure Outdoors, where Mark's crew would shuttle us to Scotts Ford Highway 8 access. That's where we start our 15-plus mile excursion down the Meramec, which concludes at Indian Spring.
After just a couple of miles of floating, we end up at Meramec Springs State Park. This was definitely worth the stop.
What's this? What? Oh! Hey guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this notice. This was really here. Let me know if you've had any encounters in Missouri. There's lots to see here at Meramec State Park, including this iron forge and a trout hatchery, which has tons of fish. But the main attraction is the beautiful spring.
And here we are at the 5th largest spring in Missouri, Meramec Spring. If you do take this float, be sure and visit Meramec State Park. This was only a couple miles into our float, so we've got a long way to go. 13 more miles.
And what I'm looking at is the whole reflection of the bluff into the water. The reflection is so perfect. Oh my gosh. Biggest turtle ever.
That I've ever seen in the wild.
Look at this thing in the wild. River monster coming. This might be the thumbnail. River monster.
The Meramec River was one river that exceeded our expectations in every way. Not only was the scenery beautiful, but the animals were spectacular. From deer to eagles to little varmints swimming across the river. It was amazing. Of course, it's way more convenient to use an outfitter to help shuttle you, or even rent a canoe from an outfitter than it would be to bring 2 cars and do a self-shuttle. So it really depends on the kind of float that you're looking for. So one of the first decisions we make is whether or not to get an outfitter involved.
Indian Springs. Indian Springs, and I can tell because my car is right up there.
For our 5th and final overnight float, we shuffle back to the Buffalo. Buffalo River, Tyler Bend to Dillards Ferry.
Welcome, everybody. On this adventure, my brother and I take 3 days and 2 nights to explore the Buffalo River from Tyler Bend to Dillards Ferry. The scenery is absolutely epic. Okay, we're loaded up, ready to go at Tyler Bend. We got 26 plus miles all the way down river. Stick with us. This one's going to be a hoot. Buffalo River coming at you. Is this everything you need? Are you sure? We're only going to be gone for a couple days.
It's everything I need. I'll be living
And
in a lap
more.
of luxury.
I know, you probably got a, air mattress.
No air mattress. I got a cot.
Gosh, that's
Yeah.
close enough. I'll be sleeping on this mat right here. Okay, we picked out our camp spot. We're going to camp right here. It's probably about 5:30, maybe close to 6.
The gravel bars are perfect for camping on the Buffalo. Our main concern is always finding adequate firewood.
Okay, we are out looking for firewood. Wow! We did it.
And just like the float trips before this, if you're even thinking about doing it, be sure and watch the whole video. Click the link so you can see the entire trip and know exactly what you're in for.
Smoking hot steak sandwich. I don't know what that is on there. Ditto. That's nothing. Who needs burning, man? Look at this. We are burning wood like it's our job. We burned it all up. Looks like we might get some sun today. Okay, day 3, we have packed up our entire area. We've got about 5 miles to go. Look at this. We really burned it up.
Whether you're a novice or an experienced paddler, the Buffalo River has something for everybody. Thank you for joining me on these terrific float trips. Remember, each of these float trips has its own video linked in the description. We'll catch you clowns on the rebound. And if you want to go on your own float trip, be sure and dive into this next video where I explain exactly how to pack your canoe.